Hi guys, so today I'm going to do my book review video. I have 6 books, 3 are random, and then 3 are trilogy. So I'm going to get right into the trilogy. It's a V.C. Andrews trilogy, and I'm really into V.C. Andrews, like you guys know, in many of my book reviews. So this is a short series. It only has 3 books instead of the usual 5 by V.C. Andrews. So this one, it's sort of like a sci-fi sort of trilogy, kind of, I guess. And the first book is called Celeste, and this is what happens is Celeste has a twin brother, Noble, and their mother was like, she was kind of weird because she said that she could see and hear and talk to, like, the spirits of their family, like, from all generations. And then something happens where she wanted Noble to be the one, like, because they both have, like, the power to see these people and stuff like that when they get to a certain point. And their mother thought Noble, her Celeste's twin brother, would be able to cross over and see the stuff, like, sort of like a medium, kind of, I guess. And her sister did instead of Noble, and then her Noble dies in an accident, and then her mother, Celeste's mother, decides that she needs to be Celeste. So they pretend that Celeste was the one that drowned in the river and not her brother, and then she becomes her brother. Not like a sex change or anything like that. It was just like she cut her hair short. She started to do like manlier chores that like her brother used to do. She would wear his clothes, stuff like that. It wasn't like they went to the hospital and got a sex change or anything. It was just like she just played the part. So the second book in the series, that was the first one. The second book in the series is Black Cat, and I don't know why it's called Black Cat because there's no black cat in it at all. But this is what it looks like. And in this one, her mother marries a guy because their dad died in the first book. So she remarries, and she has she remarries this guy. I forget what he does, and her stepdad has a 18-year-old daughter, and she does whatever, like she's like a spoiled brat and stuff like that. And she finds out that Celeste is pretending to be her dead brother or whatever, and then Celeste gets pregnant. Yeah, she is pregnant in this book. And then she has the kid, and then the step sister comes back, and I forget what happens. She kills the stepsister tries to kill Celeste's mother off and stuff like that. So yeah, it's not, the second one really wasn't that good. I mean, except for the part where like the stepdaughter finds her secret. This series was sort of really weird for me. It was like one of the weirdest series by V.C. Andrews that I ever read before. So yeah, so the last book always in the series is usually like either like a backstory on one of the characters, or it's either a backstory on one of the characters, but since it's not a 5-book quintet series or whatever, I don't know if that's even like a thing, I don't know. But since it's not a quintet series, like 5 books in a set, it's 3. So the third one is about Celeste's daughter and how she gets into this pickle, and where her mother's in the insane asylum and her grandmother's dead, and the Celeste's daughter was called Baby Celeste because her mother took Celeste's baby as her own and called her Celeste. Baby Celeste. So it's really weird, and it's really confusing. But Baby Celeste is like the owner of like the farm where she lived, and then she thought her grandmother was her mother, her real mother, and then she didn't know Celeste was her mother. She thought Celeste was still Noble, her brother. So it's really confusing. But this one's just about her, and it's about, she gets adopted by this family because she's in like a foster / orphanage house or whatever. She gets adopted by this family, and it's like this rich, snobby family, and the mother doesn't want to have kids, so she adopts baby Celeste, and she decides that she comes up with this plan where she wants, she doesn't want to get pregnant, so she drugs Celeste, baby Celeste, and she tries to get Celeste pregnant with her, father, no, her father-in-law, something like that. And she was going to do it where it was going to be like in vitro, but then they decided together, her adopted mother and the adopted mother's father-in-law, to just do it the old-fashioned way, I guess you could say. And then eventually she goes back to where she was from, the farm house thing, and there was people there, and they told her what happened to her in her real life, and then she goes and she actually meets her mother that she thought was her brother, and it's called The Child of Darkness, and this is what it looks like. It was really good. It was really good series, but there was a lot of like stuff in it, and it was really weird. It was just really weird, but I do recommend you read it because it was really good, but it was just really weird. And if you're one of those people who, like, you get so involved in it and you just don't follow along with the whole storyline or whatever, then you'll forget who's who and who's playing who and whatever. So those 3 books I got at a book sale / library sale. So this one I got at Five Below, and this is called The Great Battles of World War II. And it has like all the battles in it. It goes in a timeline like from 1942 or 41 to like the end of the war. And there's like maps in there, and there's like little maps, and it shows like what happens. Like at the end of one of the battles, they'll say, here's a map, and then they'll have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it says, okay, this is how it started, and then the fifth point is how it ended. So this is what it looks like. It was a really small book. I finished it in like 2 days, but it was really, I mean, it was a war book, but like it was historical. And it was really good, but there was so many battles that I never even learned about in school. And they have a lot of cool pictures in this book, too. Like, it's mostly, like, pictures, and then it's, like, 2 or 3 paragraphs of what happened. Like, this is how it started, this is who was in it, this was the middle of the battle, and this is how it ended. That's how the book basically was. Like, here's one of the maps. I'll show you guys. Here's one of the maps in the book. Yeah, it was really good. Like, if you need to use it for, like, you could probably use that book for, like, history class, like, in college or high school or whatever. And, it only had 210 pages, I'm gonna say. I forget how many pages, but I know it has 200 plus pages in it. And it was really good. There was a lot of pictures in it, and it's not one of those books where it's like it's historical fiction. It's actually historical nonfiction and has all the battles in it. Every one is probably in this book. So this book I got at a flea market. And oh wait, they still have that book. It's at Five Below, The Great Battles of World War II, and it's only $5. It's at Five Below. This book I got at a flea market, and it's called The Barker Street Regulars by Susan Conant, I guess. I don't know how you say her last name, but this is what it looks like. It was a really small book, but it took me like literally a whole week to do because I was reading it the week of Christmas, so I had lots of stuff to do for that week, so I really didn't get a lot of reading done. But that book I didn't really understand the book. I didn't know what the storyline was. The storyline was like, it was about this guy, I think it was a guy. He has a therapy dog, and he takes his dog to the nursing home, and he finds this old lady who, she reads Sherlock Holmes, so he starts reading Sherlock Holmes, and then I don't know if they were like related to her, but there were these 2 guys who were like really involved in Sherlock Holmes. Like, they were like, oh, like there was all these theories about where Sherlock Holmes went to school or whatever. And if Watson was a guy or a girl or whatever, I don't know. And if they were lovers. But anyway. So I think it was the old lady's, like, her sister's kid died in her backyard, and they had to figure out who did it, and they used Sherlock Holmes theories and stuff to find out who killed him and all this other stuff. And it really wasn't that good of a book. Like, it was like a thumbs down. It was bad. Like, I didn't even understand what the book was even about, and I don't know if that was because I was just reading it, like, in and out over the past couple days because I was doing, like, other stuff for Christmas. So, so this book, so, when, like, you're a little kid and you read a series, like a little kid series, and then, like, you get older, you're grown up or whatever, and then this kid series that you loved growing up, the author just wrote, like, another book to it. Well, that's what happened to me. I was at Target, and, well, here's, like, the backstory. It was, like, I've had the Shiloh movie, and the Shiloh movie is about a boy who rescues this dog from this abusive owner or whatever. Like, that's, like, sort of, like, the whole gist of the movie. And they were made into books. There's 3 books in the series, and then I went to Target with my mom because we were just, like, going after Christmas shopping to see what was on sale. And there's a 4th book to that series. So I told my mom, I don't care if it's a little kid book. I want to read it. I want to see how it ends because it's the last book in the series. Well, so they say. And it's called A Shiloh Christmas. And if you haven't read the Shiloh series, there's 3 in the series. And they are so good. They are, like, really good. And all 3 of them, the first 3 of them, like, it's Shiloh's Season, and Saving Shiloh. Those are the 3 in the series. And they were, like, my favorite. That was my favorite little kid trilogy growing up. Like, it was the best little kid series ever. It made me start reading a lot more. So, this is the 4th one in the series. It's supposed to be the conclusion, but you never know. It's called A Shiloh Christmas. It's by Phyllis, Reynolds, Naylor. I think that's how you say her last name. This is what it looks like. I got this at Target, and it was $17. It was $17.99. So it was really like $18 to $20. But yeah, it has on the back, like, the ones, it says Shiloh Season, Saving Shiloh. That's what they look like on the back. Those are the 3 in the series. And it was really good. It had 18 chapters in it. I finished it in 2 days. It had 246 chapters in it. And it's about Shiloh, and it's about Christmas, and it's about Marty. That's the boy's name in the book. He rescued Shiloh. It's like a year after, it's been a year since the first book, since he rescued Shiloh from the owner and stuff like that. And it's like, it's got all these different things in it. It's got all these different things, and it's a really cute book. It's, like, really cute. It has a good morals in it, I guess you could say, and it was a really cute book. I love these books. They are so good. So, that was my book review for the month of January. I'll see you guys next time with another video. Please subscribe, comment below, and tell me your favorite childhood series while you were growing up, and have a wonderful day.